Hello, my dear friends. Good morning and good evening. We greet you, we welcome you in this session where we are talking about various interesting topics. And thanks for all the feedback, the overwhelming feedback. And we are trying every possible measure to ensure that we bring in all sorts of possible topics and discussions that are very helpful for our lives, right? And it's especially to live a victorious and a glorious life of confidence, life in victory. And many a times, what happens is people don't tend to realize that we need to rejuvenate our feelings, emotions. We need to replenish it, refill it with lots of good desires, thoughts of confidence, thoughts of hope, and whatnot. And that's one important reason why we have started this motivational series, especially to help the teenagers. But adults also don't refrain, right? You're greater than 30, 40. I think there is no age limit for these kind of sessions. These are very important to all of us, for the whole mankind. All right. So today we have come up with yet another topic. I want to just read out a saying: "What is meant for you, own pass by you." Right? It will happen in its due course of time. It will happen provided you stay in hope. So our discussion is more centric towards one word called as hope. How much hope, how much of hope you have within you that determines how much you will march forward. I mean, how longer you will march forward in your life. That's very important. So, what does it mean, by definition, living in hope or leading your life in hope? If you live in hope, that something will happen, you will continue to hope that it will happen, right? And that's very tough, right? As days pass by, as time falls behind, you definitely lose your confidence, and there are many circumstances you will have to go through. Although it seems unlikely, and you realize that you're being foolish. Example: I just live in hope that one day she will talk to me. For probably you had a split up. And example: my mother brought lots of tickets and lived in hope of winning the prize. Or I have hope that I have done tremendous hard work in my examinations, that I will score a good mark. I mean, score good percentage of the or whatever grade, right? So these are the things, examples we take, that people tend to live in hope. And it's very important that we need to continue to sustain our life in these kind of hopeful desires and thoughts. Okay, what does it mean to hope? Many people ask this question, right? Um, Number one is to cherish a desire with a lot of anticipation. You anticipate with good desires, good feelings, to want something to happen or to be true. Hopes for a promotion, hoping for the best, right? I hope so. Some people say, right? That's not a complete desire of hope. I hope so is like partially confident. But people who are very hopeful, they will say, I hope I get a good mark, yet um, I feel I have done a lot of hard work. I hope I get good, I score good marks, or I get selected in that interview. But I hope my desires come to true, right? But I hope so is something that adding more flavor, which doesn't let you feel so confident. If it happens by luck, I'm lucky, right? And it's about the second way of talking about hope is it's a lot of trust you have towards the futuristic course that has not taken place in life, right? Where the future is yet to come and meet you, yet you are very hopeful of the future, that it will welcome you with wide open arms. Something optimistic is going to happen in your life. And the third way of explaining hope is to desire with a lot of expectation or fulfillment. I hope, you know, is what it's again one and the same. The feeling, the thoughts, the meaning is one and the same. It's no different. All we are trying to say here is hope simply determines that how much you have confidence towards the future, right? Which is yet to happen, maybe 10 years from now, 1 year from now, 10 days from now. With regardless of the time frame, you always hope with a lot of desire that this is what is going to happen for me, right? What does it mean by losing hope? See, always we pick this frequently asked questions, right? And we research a lot from the human psychology perspective also. what you tend to question in your brain. And that's where we come up with so many questions and we answer it, right? What does it mean by losing hope? Why people lose hope quite often? What circumstances leads them to lose hope? See, hope is a feeling, or I would say a feeling of expectation and a desire for a certain thing to happen at certain time frame, at certain point of time in your life. When this happens, that perception shift can take place, and in a moment, you can go from a place of hope and excitement to the place of loss and discouragement, right? And everything is matter of time. That's why one need to really instill patience with a lot of hope. Patience and hope, they go hand in hand. If you tear away patience from hope, hope cannot sustain, it will die. You need to have patience with hope, and naturally confidence and encouragement builds in you. And that's why people need somebody with whom they can talk and share their feelings and emotions. The good thing is that there are things to do and actions to be taken when hope is lost, which we will be discussing in this course in a moment. Hang on. My next question is, why does one lose hope? Why do you lose all hope? Some people get drained of hope at all. They don't talk about this word hope. You talk anything else, but this one word, it doesn't have work for me at all. Why such people have they get into these kind of attitude, behavioral patterns, and circumstances? The analytical research says that because people who tend to give up due to impatience, right? They want instantaneous results and they don't want to wait any longer or whatever, right? This can seem like most appealing options at times for them, right? They give up. And some people do not have faith. I'm not talking about religious concepts. Some people are more oriented towards faith in God. Some people have faith in people. Some people have faith in their parents. But generally, wherever their faith system, their value system is dependable, they tend to lose that faith also. And those people are the ones who will lose hope quite fast, right? And um third only the only three things, and the third one is people who are quite popular in gossiping, blaming, finger pointing, complaining. You will see all these people, the category where the chatterboxes, they use this big hole on their face, the mouth, for all wrong reasons, for all pessimistic reasons, right? Those are the people who will also lose hope. Their hope will die and they will bury, and they love doing that quite often. They don't learn from their mistakes. Now, the very, very interesting question, last question is, why should one never lose hope? Somebody asked this, right? Why you emphasize me to hold my hope, to hold my confidence, and be hopeful that something good is going to happen? Why one should never lose hope? See, the answer is very simple, right? Having hope gives you the courage to think, but things would get better in matter of time, despite the odds, despite of you, nothing works good for you, despite of these situations right in front of you. You have that. The hope gives you the courage and the excitement, and I hope is the only thing that keeps you moving forward. There isn't anything. When it comes to the emotional parameters, emotions means happiness, joy, sad, grief, everything, right? In that, hope is one emotion that will help you keep moving forward. There is nothing else can help in terms of the emotional parametrical points that will help you move forward with courage, right? It gives you the strength and the ability to bounce back. You see some people, they bounce back within no time. Illness, sickness, disease, losses, failures, death, and all kind of tragic situations, they bounce back. What gives them that desire to bounce back? It's this hope. From whatever the obstacle they are going through, they're able to bounce back. And that's why losing hope is a very dangerous phenomena. And people even think of, why is that I'm living my life? They want to end their lives. So don't do that. That is a story, right? One popular story, or everyone would know the story. The elephants, it's a true story. Actually, it's not a story, but it's a true event that happens in every elephant camp. What happens is, the baby elephant, they will tie it with a colt and with a kind of a rope, and they basically tie it to a tree or a pole or something like that. And as the elephant grows, it doesn't realize that its strength have doubled or tripled or million times bigger. That just one pull, it will break the chains, it will break the rope. Yet it will stick to the rope, it will not move anywhere. What happens is, In the mindset, it is always having that feeling that something is holding me back strong enough, right? Because at that point of time, when it was a baby elephant calf, it was having, it was not able to move, and the chain or the cord is strong enough to hold it back because it wasn't having the power, right? But now it has grown up and it is matured, it is big enough, yet the mindset, it doesn't change. The mindset always have that pulling back, that holding back, and it doesn't move. What is the moral of the story, beloved? No matter how much the world tries to hold you back, always continue with the belief, the self confidence, that hope that you want to achieve. What you want to achieve is possible, and believing that you can become real successful is the most important step in actually achieving it. And if you want to encompass all of these things in one word, it's hope, right? That hope is something that which will help you to forget the past, fast forward, move with courage, move with confidence, and move, and say no to all this, the bad feelings, and like how the rope is holding you back, the bad feelings holding you back, the failures of the past holding you back, the discouragement of the past, or you lost somebody who was very close to you emotionally, you were so much demoralized and depressed, holding you back. You need to get rid of that, because there are other people who are living for you, right? And you need to be successful to keep them happy, or keep yourself happy more than enough, more than anyone, right? Now, Christopher Paul, there is another real-time example. Christopher Paul Gardner, right? Chris Gardner, they call him. He's an American businessman, and a movie was taken. I think Will Smith was the actor. He had a boy, and he broke up with his wife because all that he did was unsuccessful, was a failure. And now he's one of the prominent businessman and motivational speaker. During the early 1980s, Gardner struggled with homelessness. He didn't even have home. He was being taken care by the American shelters, and he was having a little boy. And while raising his toddler son, he had gone through lots of problems. And his prime area of business was to sell some machines, scanning machines, but it did not click, and he did not could not make anything. Then he joined as an intern in a stockbroker company which trains the people and helps them to read the markets, the share price, the stock and market, and everything. And he picked up that subject, and eventually he started his own firm, brokerage firm, and it's called as Gardner Rich and Co. in 1981 or 83. And now he's one of the very richest person, and he's also a motivational speaker. So such people, the only thing that he always uses in his motivational speeches, he never lost hope. The future is there waiting for me, just that the timing has not come in sync, right? See, the future is waiting for you, and you are traveling close to the future, right? Once the time synchronizes, that's when you will see eclipse system, the solar eclipse and all that, right? The moon and the earth, they meet in one direction, then that darkness, you will see that one black hole kind of thing, and then they move, then the brightness again comes up, like that. The future is waiting, and you need to move close to the future, and when it syncs up, the light emits, and your life changes. And that's the hope Gardner was having, is always used to say, right? Now, somebody can ask, what are the top benefits, my friend? What are the benefits of staying hopeful, benefits of hope? Why should I really stick to this hope? We have dealt with this question before also, but there are some 6 or 7 things which you and I have to really understand, right? Really listen and understand, and that's what will rejuvenate your system, the system of hope, right? Hope can bring you joy, which money cannot buy. You may be a very rich person, or you may be the poorest, or you may have a lot of debts, you are a man living in failure, or you are a woman of sorrow, etc. But the hope only will give you the joy and peace in the midst of the situations that create turmoil, right? Hope can give us a lot of courage, secondly, which we told already. And it gives you the strength, it makes you bold, it it gets you out of the fearful situation, the fear, timidness in your heart, it brings you out. I'm not just speaking for the sake of talking, right? Telling you, when you have this kind of hope, you instill this hope, keep practicing it, you will see that slowly you are coming out of all this pulling back nomenclatures, how the chain was pulling back the elephant, and the elephant didn't realize it has grown stronger, it has grown bigger. Is it a big deal for it to just break the chain? It can even shake the tree and pull it down, right? It has not realized its strength, the original strength. Thirdly, hope can provide a lot of endurance. You can endure. right? You know the metal that is flying on the top, that's called as aircraft, right? They tested metal for endurance test against air pressure, against the heat, against the cold weather, minus whatever 80 degrees and all that, as they fly up, and then only they approve that metal is qualified to build aircraft. So they build the aircraft. Likewise, your life also will have to go through a lot of hot weather, cold weather, and all that. That's life. Life is not a straight line. We keep telling you this. There are a lot of ups and downs. That's life. An ECG machine, your heart is functioning good because it's ups and downs, right? If it's a straight line, you are a dead person, and that kind of life will not give you any excitement. Your father is super rich, you have nothing to do, you don't have to study, you don't have to work hard, you don't have to do anything. What a kind of dull life is it, right? Boring life. You need to have these kind of struggles and challenges. You learn. When you overcome, you are going to be an enlightenment. You're going to be light to the world. You're going to be a motivation for other people, right? And that's life. And hope gives you that kind of endurance and patience, instead of tempting us to quit the situation. I quit it, somebody say, right? And uh, and the fourth thing is, hope can offer a lot of confidence in the middle of doubtful situations, whether I will be prosperous, whether I'll do good in the future or not. Hope is the only one which can give you that kind of confidence. Yes, you're going to be fine, right? Fifthly, hope can build a lot of self motivation, right? You don't get so many motivational speakers or speeches or sessions like this, what we are doing, but you don't need one, right? You are a self motivator. You know what to talk to yourself, to coach your mind, to train your mind, right? Hope only will be that instrumental thing in your hand to do that job, right? And nextly, last one, hope is the one which will help you to keep on the side of optimism and at the side of positivity. Nothing else can give you how much ever pep talks people can give, unless and until you build this hope in your mind, you won't get this positivity, right? These are the benefits of hope, and that's the reason we strongly encourage you to stick to the side of this hope. What can bring you hope? That with that we will be closing the session. What can bring you hope, or what should I do to instill this hope? Where can I buy hope? Right? Show me a market where I can go and spend some dollars and or rupees INR and purchase some 10 kgs of hope, or 1 ton hope, 1,000 kgs of hope. Right? You don't have a market like that, but there are certain points where you can build a market, you can develop a market, you can develop an industry of hope, and you can start feeding yourself. Right? That's the beauty. There are 10 or 12 things we want to quickly read for you. Begin your new day telling to yourself, right? This day may bring in failures, but I'm not going to lose my hope. Many psychological teachers or trainers, they will say, get up and say, this day is going to be a very good day. No, try it opposite way, right? This day may bring, I'm not saying this day will be a failure, not like that. Don't curse the day, but you tell that this day may bring in a lot of failures, but I'm not going to lose my hope. Why? The best is yet to come. Future is waiting for me with best, right? And my life is here and I'm traveling close to the future. Maybe this day, maybe that day, which will bring that synchronization with the best, that is that store which the future is holding, and I will reach that future. Okay, you need to tell that. Secondly, you get into a lot of nature, like what to say, recreational centers, or enjoy the nature, or go for outing, or have gardening. What happens is, when you start growing and giving life to some natural thing, or when you're part of the nature, right? Or you can have a pet dog, get into some sort of these things. What happens is, when you plant a seed and watch it grow, or when you get a puppy dog and see how it grow and you take care of it, you will build some sort of compassion, and that compassion will bring in a lot of realization with you, that you are a blessing to others, you are able to create something, right? And that is something which will give you a lot of hope, that in the future you will be able to build, right? And the third thing is, there is a passion, right? There is a purpose for passion, and you need to build that passion, and that comes with goals. Other session we covered how to basically fast forward in the future with a lot of planning, right? And you need to watch that session, that will help you to build that passion for the future, right? And nextly, experience the whatever the world offers the best. It can be in the form of music, it can be in the form of art, whichever suits your interest: dancing, singing, learning, creativity, right? Enjoying the beauty, enjoying the nature. I'm a good traveler. I like going around, and I'm a fanatic in driving, right? When I go for a long drive, that refreshes my mind. Whatever it takes for you. And or some people get into innovation, they want to invent something, they spend nights together, and that's what they call it as renewal of mind. Some people from outside, they will call it as, hey, what man, you're not sleeping, it's a stress. For him, it's not stress. For him, it's a discovery, it's an invention. Only then he gets that refresher in his mind. So whatever it suits you, pick that kind of alternate which will help you. That builds hope implicitly. That's the beauty, I'm telling you, right? Connections with proper and positive people. The next thing is, have proper network, human network. I'm talking about human network. Build that network with positive people, with people who have gone through failures and bounced back. Just have association with such people. That will help you. When they share their experiences, it will build your hope. It will build. When they have gone through some illness, sicknesses, they fought back and they came back, they stayed in confidence, right? Something in them help them to stay in confidence. Such experiences, such testimonies will help you to come back, right? And last two three things, um, what to say is sense of competence, positive feedback of an idea, right? You have an idea and you need to build that competence in your mind, right? That you need to convert that idea into something that is workable. Some people are good at artwork, right? But they end up doing only one specific set of artwork. But you need to capitalize, you need to enhance your knowledge, you need to look for extended varieties, and you need to build and capitalize. And that's what happens is your hope system also gets versatile. It becomes so dynamic. You're a man of dynamicity, you're a woman of dynamicity. How? When you extend your ideas and the positivity builds. When positivity builds, naturally your hope system, in other words, hope system is the one which gives you a lot of positivity and extended ideas, right? Lastly, sense of progress towards a goal. Always, I keep telling this in every session almost. You need to have some sort of goal in your life. What is your vision? What is your mission? What is the purpose? What is the objective of your life? What is the ambition of your life, right? Such targets you need to have, and naturally the hope system will build in. Why? Even if you fail, your hope system will tell you're not going to sleep, you're not going to let down things until you see success. I hope the session was useful. We strongly encourage you to please subscribe to our channel. You will see lots and lots of videos like this. These are not pep talks, these are not just a motivational talks, but we start talking more from the practical standpoint. It costs us a lot of time to research from psychology perspective, and from we pick a lot of case studies like people who go through these kind of sufferings and how they bounced back and how they were able to rejuvenate and how they were be successful from their failures. And then we compile it and we narrate it and we present it to you. Sometimes you may not understand for the first time. Rewind the tape and listen two, three times. And most importantly, be the doer, not just the hearer, right? You start practicing it, and then you will see your needle is moving on the better side of the life, on the positive side of the life. All right. God bless you. If you have any questions, you want any more topics, new topics, WhatsApp us 99022122152 is our number, or subscribe to our channel and start commenting. Give us feedback. If you want more topics in a different way of representing, different way of narrations, you want us to articulate it differently, let us know. We will do anything for you. All that we desire is you need to live your life in hope, peace, joy. Have a joyful life. Just do anything that keeps you happy, right? Happiness and joy is something that money cannot buy, and you are the only person who can instill that in you. No one else can inject that. All right. Stay hopeful, stay joyful, stay peaceful. God bless you.